Good evening all. Here we are again. It's been a busy afternoon. After a lot of reflection, I decided to coat the silicone mould with plaster of Paris initially. The reason for that was that the silicone was quite gnarly. There were a lot of lumps and bumps on it on the outside, so I felt that rather than trying to get the bandage to conform to those, I'd simply smother it in plaster, and then before that went off, bind the whole thing in mud rock, which is to say plaster infused fabric, smoothing the two together. So it made a phenomenal mess, which I've just cleaned up, and should have the basis of a hard shell now over the silicone aspect of the mould. The other thing I did earlier on was to remove virtually completely the silicone mould from the pattern, just leaving it attached right at the very top as we look at it. So I was able to inspect the inside of the silicone mould, and two things have come right. One is that the veins of apparently uncatalyzed silicone obviously were mixed enough to catalyze and to cure, so there's no evidence of anything sticky inside the mould that shouldn't be. So that was a bit of a gamble, because at one point I thought, well, I might have to abandon what I've done and start again, which would have written off 50 quid's worth of silicone. So I shot for the moon, and it's all come right. Now the other thing that was apparent from examining the inside of the mould was that there are no air bubbles that I can see, certainly not in the top 4/5 of it. There may be at the top, I don't know, but I left it attached at the top so that the registration would remain correct. Cut the dovetails, and they were filled with plaster, and then bound with this mud rock material. It did get quite warm at one point, as it's obviously an exothermic reaction as plaster goes off. But so I'll leave that now for probably a couple of days. When it's really gone off well, my intention is to cover it again with a bloody great load of plaster, and then finally finish it off with a second skin of the mud rock. I want to do it like that because I'm a little bit concerned that with the thickness I'm aiming for, which will be sort of a good 1.5 to 2 inches of plaster and mud rock, that being an exothermic reaction again, I don't want it shrinking or cracking, because I've tried doing too much at once. So I'll do it this way and hopefully get a decent result. So very pleased with this evening, and mud rocking, which I haven't done for 40 years, was quite good fun. Plaster was incredibly messy as usual. But yeah, all looking quite good. So tomorrow I think I'll beetle over to Kyneton to see Alchemy about procuring the materials and tools needed to lay up the fiberglass on the inside of the mould in the coming days, which will be alloy infused epoxy resin EP426, which when it's gone off should give a really nice almost a metal finish, which is polishable, and I hope to make very, very smooth indeed, so that we get an optically clear plastic panels for the cupola. I don't want any deformation in those. Obviously we'll be filming from the inside of the turret, and therefore if there's any deformation in the windows, then that will kind of ruin the effect. So giving it my best shot, all very new, quite good fun, very messy. That's it for now. Cheerio.